And we're back with our round 8 feature match, and basically, yeah, the last feature match that we have today, with Martin Grunefelder, who's playing Invoked Draco, and
Against Alpine Engin with Trickstars, and they are both on the bubble X2 during
exactly.
this tournament. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they are going to play in this last round at the evening. And I think Alpine's build of Trickstars it's quite popular and quite successful over the last weeks. He has already played this deck multiple
Exactly.
times.
I think he won a big regional with over 100 people here in Germany playing Tricksters. And he tried, if we have a look afterwards at his deck, he tries to go another way, like not going the burn style that a lot of people are playing, but rather the control aspect of the deck. So that's pretty cool. But let's go to the game.
So there we have both of the players.
And as you can see, that's the Spellground playmat that the top 4 of our Grand Open here in Berlin will win.
So who did win the dice roll?
I think it's Alpai.
He has, I think, 2 terraformings or 1. So he's going for the Candina summon to, I don't know the rest of his hand, probably getting the Lycoris when he already has the field spell.
Okay, so there's the Ash Blossom.
So now he's going for the field spell. Well, depending on his, he has already Lycoris, so he will go for reincarnation. Or it was not another Lycoris.
But even then, I'm not sure if reincarnation would be the way to go.
He goes for Desires now.
So he played smoothly around Ghost Dash.
Yeah, if you have so many searchers and draw cards, it's kind of difficult for the opponent to decide what to ash here. Draw Lockbird would have stopped everything, like except for the initial search, but yeah, you can't have everything in a starting hand.
So he drew the Eater of Millen,
he's playing 2 copies of it. So he's activating the quick effect of Lycoris to special summon her.
Oh, and yes, Scapegoats.
And I think 1 Trickster Reincarnation, I think. There was 1 trap, and he's only playing 3 copies of Trickster Reincarnation, no other traps. As you already told me, or all of us, that he's not trying to OTK or FTK the opponent by burning or letting him like discard the entire hand. He tries to also play a little bit of a game with his opponent. So the opponent is also searching his field spell, which is like the equivalent almost to the opponent's field spell. Is also searching. He has Spellbook of Knowledge and a diagram.
And this could be crucial what's going to happen. I think he's going to summon Alistair, trying to search the invocation, and if Alpha is using at this point afterwards...
He's going to get a lot of burn damage here with all the searching, and he's going to maybe be able to interrupt his plays entirely with this reincarnation, depending on the draws he's getting afterwards. And he's going to get rid of useful resources in his hand, which he cannot recover anymore.
I'm not sure if I'm liking what Martin is doing right now. Yeah, exactly. Not sure why he didn't choose to like set down probably
1 field spell or something, or the Rudra.
Yeah.
Which would knowledge. Oh.
So he banished Invocation, 2 Diagram, Rudra, and the Ghost Ogre.
Yeah. So they are calculating the burn damage now.
Okay. Is there Spellbook of Secrets, Heritage, Terraforming?
Another Terraforming. Is it the Majesty Maiden?
I think so.
I think so. Okay. He's asking for a response here.
So he's going to chain the Scapegoats, which is alright. Like this, Majesty Maiden won't trigger on Scapegoats.
Yeah. So he's getting his tokens with a lot of photos on them. So like the only dead card he has in his hand is the field spell, which he can't use because he has already activated one. But all the other cards except for the meltdown he can still use. Yeah, he has
He's-
everything else in his deck left. He has not banished all the knowledges, I presume. I think he's probably playing 2 of them minimum.
He's playing 2 knowledge and 1 secrets.
So
Yeah.
he has the 1 secrets in his hand. Okay. So he tribute summoned the 1 maiden by tributing the spell. Oh, he's going for
Secrets.
secrets.
Getting the knowledge. So probably afterwards he should go and attack the monsters of Alpi before using knowledge.
Does he has an ash in the graveyard? Because he could go for game with the fire invoked
Well,
through the tokens.
the thing is, he already normal summoned.
But I think he has an invocation in his hand.
No, he's only playing 1 invocation, and it's banished by the effect of
Okay, that changes some stuff.
what is it called? Trickster Reincarnation.
If Trickster Reincarnation was banished, okay, then yeah, it's gonna be difficult to do any fusion summons with just 1 fusion spell, which is not there anymore.
But as you said, yeah, you were right. Like, it would have been game if he has a second invocation.
Yeah,
Just like attacking over all the scapegoat tokens. So I'm not sure. Well, he has to play it like that because otherwise the main would trigger, and yeah, it's difficult to say actually. It's really difficult. But I think Martin's still in a good position, like getting now Return or Apocalypse, and being able to search afterwards Masterpiece with Maiden.
yes.
And Masterpiece is still a pretty big threat for everything.
Yeah, I don't think that Trickster can get over it, but usually they don't even want to get over it. They just want to win through different other win conditions.
It would be actually interesting to know how the life points are right now.
Yeah,
So Alpha has another pot of desires.
he's going to link summon with 2 of the tokens. He's going for Mrs. Radiant. Someone in the chat is saying 2 misses and it's game because he will be able to attack over her. And I think the life points.
Well, he still has the diagram on field, so misses. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, because he will have more than enough attack.
Because Mist is also decreasing the Maiden.
Yeah, she's getting so slow as weaker. I think now it's a decrease of 800 attack points. And
Getting the 300 from diagram.
Yeah, and the Mrs. Radiants have both 1000 attack more. They're both 2/4.
So I'm not sure what he's.
The million eater he's trying to
Okay.
special summon, so he's banishing cards from his extra deck. Eater of the Millions. So what exactly is this effect?
So you can summon it by banishing 5 cards from your extra deck, field, or hand. When it this face-up card cannot be tributed or be used as material for a fusion, synchro, or exceed summon, and once per turn, start of damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can banish that opponent's monster face down. So the card is quite popular in Japan or in the OCG in general, because there aren't any monster interruptions like Masterpiece or Radiant left.
Yeah, and the problem is, I think he has now to use his trap or something in the damage step, because beforehand, yeah, the Maiden won't be able to trigger, so now he needs to, yeah, decrease all the attack points of his opponent's monster so that he's not going to lose immediately.
Okay, so
So now he has to calculate all the halved attacks. I don't know how much attack the Million Eater has. I think he has banished the 5
For
with
every
the
banished
summon,
card,
and
yeah.
I think 1 Pot of Desires was resolved, so like 1500 it has right now?
for each face down banished card.
I think it should have
so
1500. Yeah, okay, so when he has the trap, then it should be game burn-wise,
Yeah, it looks like that.
because you only will have
It's
need
not
to.
even necessary. Like he's activating the light stage, using, and in draw phase he gets 400 damage because of the yeah.
Yeah.
And Martin sees it. So that's game one for Alpa Engin with his tricksters. Well, we had this one situation where Martin could win if he had like an invocation to go with Putriga, I think that's the name.
Purgatrio.
Purgatorio for game over all scapegoats. But as he's just playing one, he had no option to get to it. Not sure if it would have been better to like probably setting down the spell with knowledge to decrease a little bit the damage that he gets at this point, because he still has the option to tribute the Alistair at this point. Yeah, and you can see Alpai smiling. He really likes the deck. I discussed last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago in Cologne, a little bit with him the deck, and he really sees it as one of the biggest contender now before the whole spiral thing appears. I really like the approach from him to going more into this control version of the deck.
So
Concerning deck, side deck.
yeah, side decking. We have on the side of Alpai, we have maybe dimensional barriers, but usually you side them when you go first against invoked, because then you can block the entire fusion summon, and yeah, they just have to rely on the True Draco. Yeah, monsters. Then we have Twin Twisters. I'm not sure. Okay-ish. I don't know.
Why not? Yeah.
Why not? Darkhole, I don't know. Maybe yes. It forces the negation of their fusion monsters. It can remove the masterpiece. The Leonidas won't go into the play. It's usually just for the mirror match here. The Gamesiads are a good choice because you can get rid of all the boss monsters which you don't like. The DD Crows will be huge, maybe. Banishing the spell, the one spell he's playing would be great, and the one warning, he will decide it, I think, when he's going first, not second.
Now the question is Alpai anticipating that Martin lets him go first?
That's the question.
I mean, normally Draco, I'm not a big fan of going first. However, with the
Invoked engine, you have more flexibility.
could make sense to go first. Yeah.
You have root, you have knowledge, you have cards to gain more advantage, and yeah, you're not reliant as much as on the True Draco engine as the pure variant is.
On Martin's side, we have Kaijus, which probably aren't that great. Ash Blossom, also not sure. Could be, yeah, it could be that he puts it in to negate, for example, Recarnations or Pot of Desires.
Or the Search of Alistair.
Oh, on Martin's side,
Ah, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
probably no Alistair in Alpai's
yeah,
deck.
yeah, no, Alistair, sorry.
Then we have Raigeki, not sure on this one as well. Twin Twisters could get in handy to interrupt or basically to clear the back row.
And stop the field spell from resolving.
Anti-spell fragrance could be an option. Also the Solemn Warning. It's kind of difficult because I'm not sure how familiar Martin is with this particular matchup. But let's see.
So who is going first? That's the question here.
So looks.
I think it's Martin starting, because
Yep.
Appa is laying down his card, so I don't think that he's thinking about moves. He has Ghost Ash and Droll Lockbird in his hand for further control from his hand.
Does he have anti-spell in hand? Is that possible?
Who?
He doesn't play any Onion.
Alpai?
Alpai, yeah.
Alpai is not playing any
Okay,
anti-spell
it looks like a
fragments.
trap in the hand.
Either is he maybe? Did he cite the warning, or is it the reincarnation then?
Okay,
I think it's the reincarnation,
okay.
because they look quite similar from the right side.
Oh, and we see Gofu in the hand of Martin.
Interesting.
It's the lonely Gofu that he's
Yeah.
playing.
That one off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that he has anything against Gofu. He has Imperial Order. Is it Imperial Order? Or is this really Reincarnation? But he's not playing any one of those. Alpai, show us your cards. Don't hide them.
So he's probably going into a Link Spider.
Yeah, he can play a little bit around the Ashes and all the other cards he has in his hand a little bit
Okay.
now.
Okay, so he goes first with the diagram
So
to
I-
search the heritage.
Let's see if he's going to resolve the draw lockpad now or not.
So
On the ad.
chooses to not use it.
So did he special summon? Ah, yeah, the tokens. He has the die to represent the tokens.
Mhm. So is he playing? Okay, he doesn't play Ibe. So the Spellbook of Knowledge in his hand doesn't do that much at this point. So he probably just is going to tribute summon the Maiden, setting face down the return, heritage, and maybe even knowledge. I mean, there's no reason to re-summon a Link Spider. Okay.
He still wants to have the spider. Just maybe extra tribute fodder because he cannot tribute the Gofu tokens. for
That's
tribute
possible,
summons.
yeah.
That
Makes
might be an
actual
option.
sense. So let's see what is going to happen on Alpi's side. So probably starting off with the Pot of Desires.
He's kaijuing first the maiden.
Always a good start.
So now he's almost. I think he's defenseless entirely now. He has nothing to stop Alpai from doing because he has not the correct trap to do at least some disruption through heritage, getting destroying. Well, at least he can get back the maiden, which is fine.
I mean, it doesn't look that great, the field so far. So there's another light stage.
Searching multiple cards here.
Can you use multiple light stage? It
Um,
looks like that, yeah.
Yep, it's not once per turn. Oddly enough, in our 6th enemy season, I think, we had so many cards which are once per turn, but some are always getting around that clause.
So he will he will be disappointed when he's going to see that the heritage is face down, which will probably interrupt Alpai's back row.
Yeah, in the end phase, when he sets anything, it will get destroyed.
Okay, so he has Cosmic Cyclone, Chain Summoning.
He could do something if he wants to Cyclone once before.
It's still kind of risky in my
Yeah.
opinion.
He's thinking about combos now.
Okay, so he's thinking about using Cosmic Cyclone.
Then Licorice and then Chain as a third.
Exactly.
But does he has anything to go further from there? Does he has any searches and does he has more Candinas in? He can normal summon the Candina, he bounces just back.
But still not sure if I like this play, because if Martin has a masterpiece in hand,
Yeah, then he would be kinda in a bad position because then he could chain his True King's Return.
and then there's the masterpiece on the field.
Yeah, but of course we know that he doesn't have it.
Okay, so he's going the way with Cosmic Cyclone. Going to
No, he's chaining, I think.
Yeah.
He should remove it, the chains to resolving so that he gets all the necessary chainings to get his chain summoning off, and now he will go for the combo that we wanted to see all the time with chain summoning.
So chain summoning is basically saying that you can normal summon up to 3 times this turn, right?
Yeah.
So 2 additional searches with
Two additional
Candida.
normal summons. One nice card that I played back in the day with gadgets with Kageto Kagyu, we were able to do it
Exactly, yeah.
back then. So the only card which is doing something is the Heritage, which is gonna get sent during the end phase. It's going to remove one of the traps he's setting, so he will have less resources here, but
Well, he has only one trap left, right?
I think he had one from before, and now he just... or he did not add any new trap. Oh, is he going for an Xyz summon here?
It looks like that.
Licorice, it's rank 3, would it be?
Yeah, like a break sword or levy. No, Levier isn't that
He has the
great.
Phantom Knights of Breaksword in his deck, yes. This is like the only rank 3, I think. Everything else is either I think either
Okay.
rank 4, Synchros, or Link monsters.
Well, there's a break sword, so he's going to destroy
What is he going to destroy here?
the Gamma Seal and his face down Reincarnation.
Okay, he does not even need the reincarnation, so...
Okay, so he's probably going now to push a little bit for damage.
Mm.
Yeah, attacking.
So he's even playing around the True Draco Heritage in the end phase.
Well,
Well,
it still destroys his light stage, but he's in a pretty tough spot.
yeah, he needs to like top deck maybe an Alistair or something, because then his Spellbook of Knowledge is getting live and all these things, but yeah. He's going for more massive damage during the battle phase.
Okay, so he has two cards left in hand, right?
Who?
Lilybell and
Ah.
Drone Lockbird.
Yes.
Okay, so...
And Ghost Ash? Another one?
Oh no, just... Oh, it's 3 cards. Interesting, yeah.
So in the end phase, the Trickstar Light Stage is getting destroyed by True Draco
Yeah,
Heritage.
anti-Ash, okay.
Yeah, and
Set rotation is good. That's really good now. As it plays around the Ash
yes,
and
it's
Drone Lockbird.
kind of like a free search for this. But what would you do here? Because when he drops, when he's like, I think Diagram is not a good option. The other option is Meltdown. But like when he search for Meltdown, and he could drop the Drone Lockbird, and then he would be out of place from here.
Well, yeah, that's...
Because he wouldn't be able to use the spellbook card, and he won't be able to add the fusion spell, so he would be left with just the Alistair on the field,
I mean,
which would be
I
game.
think what I would do is now... Yeah, I would have probably just set face down the Knowledge and try to use the Diagram effect. Like this, he probably would Ash that, and then Drone Lockbird... Yeah, well...
He has no, he has
Not
still
sure.
not enough resources.
Yeah, so he's going to Ash that, and...
Yeah, that's it from here.
Okay, so that's it. So Alpha Engin takes it with
Another
a-
2-0.
Exactly, yeah. With his Tricksters over